Welcome to our presentation on the future of job portals, a topic which is more important now than ever before. As you know, job portals have revolutionized the way companies and job seekers connect in recent years. In fact, the industry is expected to grow around 7.3% annually over the next 5 years, with millions of job postings and application processed every day. With so much opportunity and competition in the market, it is important for us to stay ahead of the curve and make use of the opportunity properly. Introduction. The job post Introduction. The job portal system is developed using Python and the Django framework, using SQL database used to store job postings and user information. Users can search job posting by entering job title and the location of their choice. The application displays relevant job posting with details such as job title, company description, and location. Users can also now filter out job posting based on various criteria such as job type, experience required, and the location and the salary range. The application allows a user to create account, upload resume, and apply for the job posting. Users can also save their job postings for the future reference. Overall, this job portal system is a valuable tool that helps job seekers to find relevant job postings and make informed decision based on job search progress and the preference. Contributions. According to our calculation, our team's contributions. According to our calculation, our team's contribution to this project is approximately 15% sweat, 25% caffeine, and 60% of sheer determination. Nah, I was just kidding. Ashin Kumar was the user interface. Chintan is me, myself. Hello?
Yo,
Huh?
hello.
Bande. Introduction. The job post Introduction. The job portal system is developed using Python and the Django framework, using SQL database used to store job postings and user information. Users can search job posting by entering job title and the location of their choice. The application displays relevant job posting with details such as job title, company description, and location. Users can also now filter out job posting based on various criteria such as job type, experience required, and the location and the salary range. The application allows a user to create account, upload resume, and apply for the job posting. Users can also save their job postings for the future reference. Overall, this job portal system is a valuable tool that helps job seekers to find relevant job postings and make informed decision based on job search progress and the preference.
Following methods and tools are used in the software development. The first one is Django and SQL. Django is a Python-based web framework that provides a high-level development environment. The next one is HTML and CSS. HTML is used to structure the content and CSS is used to style the content. The next one is IDE, stands for Integrated Development Environment. The project can be developed using PyCharm, which provides a range of features that makes it easier to write, edit, and test code. Web browser. The project can be tested and run on various web browsers such as Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Edge. These browsers provide tools for debugging and inspecting the code as well as compatibility with testing. Overall, the job portal system is developed using a range of tools and technologies which work together to create a user-friendly and interactive web application that provides valuable job information to you. A class diagram is a type of UML diagram that shows the structure of a system or application by illustrating the classes, attributes, methods, and relationships between them. It is a static representation of a system, which means it describes the system's structure and not its behavior. The following are the classes used in the software: person, admin, job seeker, company, jobs, and feedback. A use case diagram is a high level visual representation of a functional requirement of a system which depicts the interaction between actors and use cases. The following are the actors: user, admin, and company. And the login, register, search jobs, view vacation, vacancies, apply jobs, approve jobs, download resume, upload jobs, reset passwords are the use cases.
To talk you through about the limitations of our job portal project. As you can see here, we have these are some of the limitations being limited coverage, limited features, and job matching accuracy. Limited coverage, let's say, well, the job portal, like when it strives to provide job information like in different style location or different industries, we won't be able to provide information for every job or region around the world, because there will be it'll be varying upon different locations. Like some areas will have limited data or no data available at all, and it will be constantly working on expanding the coverage and improve different data sources for the jobs or people seeking jobs and providing new jobs around the world. The second limitation is coming is a limited features, because you can see already job portal provides a wide range of useful features. You can search for a job, apply job, save the jobs, but there's still many other features that can be added and many other easy functionality that can be given for for the employees and employers can interact with each other. Let's say one of the feature being an instant video call between the employer and employer. It'll be easier to hire on site. Let's bring a new idea calling hiring on site. So once you apply for the job, set up a date, time, and through the platform itself, we can the employer and employee can connect with each other. There are many features that can still be brought under the job portal system. Next, you can see job matching accuracy. It's kind of a complex process because it takes different data, locations, skills, employee preference, all that, and we put it to the Django code called models. We have three. Our Django project follows three designs, MVT. So it's called models, views, and templates. And each model is what this data from the database needs to be displayed, and view is how on what needs to be returned when each user goes to when each user searches for a job, what content needs to be displayed, what job needs to be displayed. Filtering happens in the view segment of a Django project. And it can also be the information provided are not always or accurate or up to date. So users, it's always good for users to review the job details carefully or contact the employees directly to get over any questions. So despite these limitations, job portal can be a valuable resource for job seekers and employers, because it's always evolving to expanding to add more jobs, to continuously improving the platform. The next slide I'll be covering results of after what we deploy our project on a local host. So you can see our job home screen here. This is the home template that's been loaded from our view. Like it said, it follows models, views, and templates design. So the view decide what templates need to be loaded. Templates is basically the basic website designs we give, and views this line what needs to be. Also when you go to the home screen, the view loads the home screen template. So for us, in our case, it's called home.html. And here you can see here, this is an Amazon design job, and when you click on a particular job, the view loads the job.html. And this is the registration screen. You can register for a you employee or a employer. Okay, you can see the different functions in the home screen. You can search for the jobs, and also on the desired position location, you can search for. After pressing the search button, you can see different jobs based on your search. It will filter up the jobs based on your position and location. And here, like in the previous slide, you can see the same example, Amazon design, and you can apply for the particular job clicking on the apply job. Slide, this is you can register for a new user or for an employer account. Both have the same registration form, but then for an employee, he can edit his profile, and when it comes to the employer side, he can edit the job, see how much applicants register for this. And the home screen, you can see some of the featured jobs that we have added. So we have added, you can see some of the features job, and if you see it here, the jobs have been segregated according to full time. It can be part time or it can be internship.
Conclusion: the job portal system built using Django, Python, and SQL has the potential to be a valuable tool for job seekers and recruiters. who want to stay up to date with the latest job posting and application. Users can search and apply for job postings based on their interests, skill sets while recruiting, and post job openings and manage application. Overall, this project showcases the potential of web-based tools and APIs to revolutionize the job search and recruitment process. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bessel, and today I'm going to give you a walkthrough of our project online job portal system. And me and my teammates, we have created this project using Python Django. Now, if you ask us why we use Python Django, not any other programming languages like C++, Node.js, well, Python Django just provides you a simple framework to create websites using Python. It also has amazing inbuilt functions like login functions, database connection, code operations. It provides you seamless connection between the database and your website. And also it acts as a backend server. What else do you need? Okay, now you can see, let's get to it. Now you can see I have my VS Code opened here. I also have my folder which contains all the files opened in my VS Code. And you can see the database here, which I'll be explaining to you in a minute. And you can see this file called manage.py. This manage.py, it allows you to interact with your Django project basically. It loads in all the default settings and allows you to run your commands through the command line. And if you don't have the Django module installed, it'll raise an error saying it couldn't import Django. So you need this manage.py is one of the most important files I'd say, because you can't run any commands without manage.py. Basically, it acts as an interaction between your project and between your project and your Django module. Okay, that is one of the most important file here. I'm going to go to the templates file. Let's go to home.html. This is the basic design what we'll see in our website's home screen. And yes, we have all the code. I'll give you an example. We'll just create a new terminal first. And yes, it's in a virtual environment. Now, what is virtual environment? Virtual environment is basically you install all the modules. By default in VS Code, Django is not installed. Python Django is not installed. And to run your project, you need to install some modules like Python Django and all is corresponding modules. And instead of installing it in general, we create a virtual environment for our project and install it basically in our virtual environment. So our project has the required modules, only the required modules in that environment, instead of having all the other modules clash with this environment. So that's what you can see here, VNV, that means virtual environment. And I'll give you an example. If I type deactivate, you can see it's out of the virtual environment. And to run our Django project, we can just type Python manage.py run server. It won't run because it says no module name Django, and because we are out of a virtual environment. I had beforehand created a virtual environment to run a project, and I had installed the Django module and all its corresponding modules in the virtual environment, so that it doesn't clash with other modules installed in general and doesn't disturb the other modules. So see, now to run a project, we need to go into the virtual environment where our all the required modules are installed. We go into a virtual environment. We can see the file here, virtual environment. I created this before itself, and we go to scripts. So when creating a virtual environment, all these basic files get created automatically by VS Code itself, and you just have to activate the virtual environment by going into the virtual environment file, going into scripts and activating it. Now, as you can see the small brackets inside the brackets virtual environment. That means we are inside our own virtual environment of our project. Now, to run a project, like I said, we mentioned Python and manage.py, where we can run our commands through, and we just write run server and run a local server. Yeah, my bad. I'm still in the scripts folder. I have to go back to the main folder and try running it again. Let's Let's try running now. It'll give us the address, and we can just copy it and paste it here. And yes, you can see our home page as loaded. First home page is loaded. Yes, you can see it has loaded. All the files are, all the design is loaded. And Python Django basically works on MVD design, that is model, view, and template. Three main files in Python Django. And what does this model do is, model is basically the database. Our database, we can see here our SQL database here, and model creates a database, and we have to give what we need in our database, like what rows we need in our database, what needs to be stored in our database. Now, to create that in Django, so we don't have to create a database on our own in Python Django. It does all the difficult works for us. It does the seamless connection for us, but we have to give what we need, like what our input needs to be given, like what we require for the database to take, what type of data it needs to take, what type of data it needs to display. We have to give that. We have to give the command in models Python file. In models, there are three important files when you're creating a Django project. That's models, views, and template. Templates, as you can see here, home template, what we display in the home screen. We have a base template, and for each jobs we have, like when you're creating a job, we have that template. We have different type of job templates for an employer, for an employee. For an employee, you can edit his profile. For an employer, or you can see all his applications. What the templates are basically the designs that loads, and for each and every segment you go, there is a different template. And we have mentioned all that. This is the home template has all that, like you can say it's like a master template with all the major things are there in the home template. And yes, I was talking about the view. Model is basically the database of what data needs to be displayed, what data needs to be taken, what data needs to be stored. And you can see models.py. Yes, models.py, as you can see here. Yes, we have three types of jobs: full-time, part-time, internship. If you have seen it here, we can see it here. We have three types of job: full-time, part-time, and internship. Now I'll show you later how we segregate each jobs differently, like how we give, like Amazon design job as full-time, and how this is part-time, how this is internship. Why can't this be internship? And let's see that why can't there be more jobs in the home screen? How only six jobs are in the home screen? How is that displayed in the home screen? I'll be showing you that. Okay, models.py. So uh, the three job types, you're displaying three job types, that is full-time, part-time, and internship. We have a class named job. So the job class is basically what we're creating a class named job, or with what in basis of employer, what the employer wants. When an employer posts a job, we have the employee's user, what type of job, the title, description, the location type, category, company name, all the stuff needed for creating a job, from the employee's point of view. Now, for the employee point of view, that is the next class comes, called the applicant. Now, this models, remember, it's to store in the database. Now, we're creating a database. We are creating a class in the models called applicants. Applicants is basically the employee, and it's a user, when he created and what type of job he wants. Now, models.py. Now, this we have mentioned all the required things needed for the database. No, but by default, VS Code doesn't support doesn't support database. You can't view the SQL database, but you can view it with an extension. I have already created the extension. It's called SQLite extension. You can install to the jobs apps table, and you can see the ID, title, description, all columns, location type, category. These are all the jobs. If you remember, you can see it in the website itself. Amazon design, software design, Android development, all the jobs which are there. My teammates will be showing you later on in the video on how do we will be registering, how newly added jobs will get updated in the database, how an employee register, how their data will be added into the database automatically. We can see that later on in this video. And yes, you can see it like in the models.py, models.py, everything has been mentioned here that has been added into the database. The next main thing is the views file. The views file, what does the views file do? The views file basically loads the relevant HTML file, the relevant design when a user goes to a particular section of the website. Let's say I go search a job, and what type of design needs to be loaded, what type of decision needs to be loaded, what the all the relevant details and design that needs to be loaded, it's handled by view section. If I open the view section here, it's already open here, and you can see home, employer, employee. We have again three segments. And in the home here, you can see again you have different classes. And home view is nothing plus what you're mentioning as the main website view, home view. So it will be loading the home HTML itself. That is what home is. So what does the view do? View loads the relevant template, the relevant designs of relevant HTML file, let's say, needs to be loaded. And this is the home screen. So in the home screen, the home.html which I showed before, this needs to be loaded. And if you go to the views at home, it says class name, model, job, and it says template home.html. It tells to load the home.html. And get query set is basically a command to return all the objects of all the jobs, of six jobs, to display six jobs in the home screen. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, six jobs has been displayed under the features section. You can see six jobs has been displayed. And search views again to load the search.html. You can see again, scroll down, you can see again templates folder search.html to load this when a user goes to search. That means load this particular website when a user searches, when it goes to this segment, to load the search.html. And this, you can see again, get query set based on the location and position, filter the search. Job list review, you can see all the job list and the details again. Job list and details you can view it in the home screen. And if you go to again, you can see, yeah, apply job view, again load a different template file. If you go to the basic home HTML file, you can see, you can scroll down again, to the, yes, features jobs. If we go here, you can see job dot location, job dot type equal to 1. It's full time, it's part time, and it's internship if it's not either equal to 1 or 2. And you can see it's dot location, doesn't tell which job it is. You can see it in all end of the code. Job dot description, trending dot company name, doesn't tell what company, what name. It's not. See, but if I go here, and if I let's say I go to Amazon design and I inspect it, you can see Amazon design here. And you can see Amazon design here. And you can change it. You can see the design. You can see all the text here, static text here, but you can't see it in the code because we are not putting the static text in the HTML file. No, we want the job, the description. We want it to load from the database. So we want the newly added jobs to be either full time, part time. Needs to be segregated. The static jobs, static text can't be added. That will be just simply adding just for the design sake itself. We wanted to load from the database. That is what it comes to. Job will be a database. The uh, if the job is of type 1, it should be a full time. If type 2, it should be a part time. Either it is an industry. If you go to our database, yes, if you go to a database, you can see the different job types, 1, 2, 3, 1. See, different job according to, if it's equal to 1, design should be sorry, design should be a internship or relevant. It should be an internship or full time, part time, etc., etc. Again, to get the descriptions of all the jobs, descriptions of all the job again, to get all these basic details. Okay, design is the relevant details of all the jobs. Okay, that's it from my side, and my teammates will be showing you how to create a job, how review a job, apply for a job, how to register as an employee, and how these jobs will get added into the database, and you can view those registered users in the database, and so that will happen. Thank you.